Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric Kim from the Eric Kim Street Photography Blog. So, currently walking on the streets of Saigon with my iPad because I ran out of batteries on my other camera. And I just want to give you guys some practical tips on how to stay inspired. So, first tip on how to stay inspired in your photography is be proud that your camera might not be the best and be proud that you have shitty gear. So, my biggest problem in photography is I always felt like my camera was never good enough. And it was my tools that was holding me back. And my big epiphany was, hey, what if shooting shitty gear or shooting cameras or whatever actually helps me be more creative? So like, let me give you an example. I've been doing a lot of stuff on my iPad recently, and I'm always telling myself, man, I could only make better photos or be more creative or be more innovative by buying a new iPad Pro or whatever. And I started to think to myself, actually, what if having a shittier iPad or a shittier equipment helped me more creative, because I kind of learned how to settle with my equipment. And once I've settled with my equipment, I just sit down and get to work. So I don't know what camera you shoot with. You might shoot with your phone, or you might shoot with an older digital camera. You don't have the newest Fujifilm or whatever. And you might think to yourself, if I only had that new digital Leica or whatever, then I could be more creative. But perhaps the solution is actually no. You actually already have the best equipment because it is shitty. Because by having a shitty camera, that will actually force you to be more innovative and to work beyond your restrictions. So this is actually my big epiphany, is to be more creative and to produce more is to accept the limitations of your free time, to accept the limitations of the amount of money you earn, to accept the limitations of your gear and your equipment, and be like, hey, that's okay, like I don't have the best equipment, but fuck it, I'm gonna still do it anyways. Also, another big tip I have to be more, I guess, prolific and happy with your photography is just to shoot more. And one of the biggest tips I have about shooting more is to give yourself permission to make shitty photos. So honestly, most photos you shoot aren't gonna be good. I mean, this is the weird thing too, is that like, when we see photos online, we only see the good ones. And you never see all the hard work that had to go into making the few good ones. So this is why it's good to study contact sheets. So one book I'd recommend is Magnum Contact Sheets, or just Google Eric Kim Contact Sheets. I have some free ebooks on it. And the basic concept is, often you have to shoot like 100 photos of the scene just to get one good photo of the scene. So don't think to yourself, I only get one shot and it has to be a good shot. Rather think to yourself, if I take 100 photos of the scene, maybe I'll get one that's decent. And honestly, like, the best way to make good photos is to work really hard, but at the same time, set realistic expectations. So what I mean by that is, if I even make one good photo a month, I'm doing really well. But of course, I work quite hard and I make a lot of photos. So even Henri Cartier-Bresson apparently had a conversation with Joseph Koudelka and said, how many good photos do you make a year? And both of them admit only making about 10 good shots a year. So if you can make one good shot a month, you're doing really well. You're among the masters. And honestly, at the end of the day, you fucking die. No one's gonna give a shit about your photos. As long as you can make one meaningful photo before you're dead, you're kind of done your job. All right, so guys, to sum up, to be more happy and productive in your photography, give fewer fucks to what other people think about your photos and give more fucks about what you think about your own photos. And I forgot what else I said, but shoot more, when in doubt, click. Peace out.